Well, welcome to 13 News at Noon, everyone. First of all, happy Friday.
Oh, yes.
I am Karen Campbell here with Sean Ash, and Sean has some good news for us today, I believe.
We've been waiting. We've been waiting. And for some, the wait for sunshine is going to last a little bit longer, but a lot of us right now, Karen, enjoying some sun. Most importantly, I know a lot of folks are really excited about the warm-up that's on the way here. So let's dive right into it, friends. Yeah, this is a live look in Tipton. You can see the blue sky there. A similar picture as we work toward Indianapolis right now. Severe clear conditions, in fact. Now, I want to show you what it looks like, however, in Greensburg, Cater County. Overcast, few flurries. There's a low cloud deck that saved half the state last night from getting into the lower single digits to near zero. And it's gradually going to peel away here on the eastern half of the state. It's just going to require some more patience there in Greensburg, Rushville, Connorsville, Richmond, Brookville. Muncie is now on the backside of the cloud deck. You can see it moving toward the east here. 23 Richmond right now, double deuces here in Indy. And that is much warmer than what we've had compared to about 24 hours ago. So we're starting to see this warm up that's kicking in here, a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. Courtesy of the sun and not much of a southwest wind right now. That will change. So the clouds are moving east. It's not going to be as cold to finish today. We're going to peak up at almost 30 degrees. It does get a little chilly tonight. We'll talk about that and the weekend outlook that includes temperatures getting into the 40s all ahead here in a few minutes.
All right. Thanks, Sean.
Got it.
Right now, we are getting a look at dash cam video from Lawrence Police. It shows a different angle of that physical altercation between an officer and a man. The officer is on leave as the department investigates. The man is out of jail with no charges filed. This is an officer's dash cam capturing the fight. The man and officer hitting each other and wrestling to the ground. Another officer then getting involved, deploying a taser and appearing to kick the man to the ground, on the ground rather. The man was eventually handcuffed and taken to jail. The prosecutor says his office is waiting on the results of the investigation before deciding whether to press charges. The incident started because the man's SUV was parked illegally in an emergency fire lane. Now, we will, of course, continue to follow the story as it develops. Well, this afternoon, a Morgan County judge is denying bond for Trinity Shockley. That's the 18-year-old accused of planning a school shooting. In the order, the judge wrote Shockley is a significant threat to the safety of herself and to the public. It's been over a week since police arrested Shockley for planning a shooting at Mooresville High School. Shockley will have 2 psychological evaluations done by the court. A Marion County judge is temporarily blocking the release of individual abortion records in the state for at least 10 days. Now, those records have to be released as part of Indiana's near total abortion ban. However, the Department of Health stopped releasing them due to privacy concerns for the small number of people getting abortions. Governor Braun signed an executive order shortly after taking office, ordering the Department of Health to release the records, but 2 doctors sued to block him. They feel releasing some records could make patients a target. Right now, there is a bill cracking down on immigration here in the Hoosier State, and it's moving to the Senate. House Bill 1531 passed out of the lower chamber yesterday with a 64-26 vote. The bill says counties and local law enforcement cannot restrict the enforcement of federal immigration laws. The bill also gives the Attorney General power to go after local governments for not cooperating with ICE. The governor can also decide to withhold state grants. Now, there is also penalties for employers hiring undocumented immigrants. Lawmakers in the Senate are taking up the state's 2-year budget plan. House lawmakers are approving their version along party lines. Now, it's a total of $46 million and includes 5% spending cuts to almost every state agency. K through 12 education would see a 2% yearly increase in funding. The department also includes some cuts to the state income tax. The tax rate would drop over the next 2 years, and the income tax deduction would double for low-income seniors. There is now a reward for information surrounding the disappearance of a 9-year-old Muncie boy. 13 Investigates first broke this story of Hayden Manis, whose family says they haven't seen him in more than 5 years. Hayden's grandfather and 3 of his aunts told our Bob Siegel the last time they saw him was Christmas Eve of 2019. After that, Hayden's father, Dustin, stopped bringing him by to visit. Then in 2024, a family member called police asking them to check on Hayden. Police found Dustin, but not his son. Investigators say the story Dustin told them about CPS taking Hayden and giving custody to the boy's mother didn't add up. Then last December, Dustin died from an overdose, meaning the man at the center of this police investigation is now gone. Detectives and the prosecutor are not releasing specific details of their ongoing investigation, but say the information they have gathered is disturbing. Now, Muncie Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 reward for information that leads to Hayden's whereabouts. Now, we have posted how to do that on WTHR.com/13investigates. Well, coming up tonight here on WTHR, Dateline has an all-new 2-hour episode telling the story of the Delphi murders. The deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German, the investigation, and the recent trial of their convicted killer. Dateline has been following this case for years, and in the last few weeks, they have spent time with the people closest to the case. Correspondent Andrea Canning sat down to talk with Libby's grandparents, who recall the day 8 years ago searchers found the girls.
And I'm waiting, and the coroner's van come driving by. That's when I realized this isn't good.
From that point on, a lot of things are really glazed over or a daze. Because they're like, this isn't really happening, type thing. But they'd made an announcement that they'd found 2 girls, but they couldn't confirm the identity.
Yeah, but you knew.
Well, yeah, small community. 2 girls missing, 2 girls found.
That was the start of a case that captured international attention. Dateline's episode, A Walk Through the Woods, airs tonight at 9 right here on WTHR. Then stay tuned for 13 News at 11 when we'll take you behind the scenes as Dateline puts together the episode. They spoke to a lot of people, including our Emily Longnecker, who has covered this case from the start. Again, Dateline airs tonight at 9, followed by a behind the scenes look on 13 News at 11.